What's up, YouTube? I got a little passage I want to read. Today we learned about Marion Adams. Marion Adams, the quiet provincial art teacher with a powerful surrealist vision. Now when you turn the page, when you turn your phone, you probably got to turn your phone for that. Lock your screen and turn your phone. But it says she was born in December the 3rd of December, 1898. And it's some shit I've been learning about the years, bro. Tell me if y'all know about this shit. Put it in the comments, bro. That damn one, these ones right here, when you see that 1898, they said that particular one was an eye or some shit like that. It was some video I was looking at. Y'all gotta look up, okay, let me tell y'all what to look up. Look up, try to look up some shit like, it's really not the eye in 1,000 years. Try to look up something like that, like, or try to look up, we're really not in the 2000s. We're really not in 2026. Try to look up some shit like that. But yeah, they try to say yeah. But besides the point, her parents, father, a woodwork teacher at Derby School, lived in Derby, 1898 through 1995. France, 1960s. I don't know why they got France 1960s. She died on the 24th of October, 1995. Derby, France. Okay, now let's read, bro, cause I ain't gonna cap. If y'all wanna look up her name right now while I read and see her artwork, just to see who the fuck she is, go ahead, bro, cause I think this is worth it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to reading this shit. It say, although Marion Adams produced highly accomplished surrealist paintings, she was never involved in the surrealist movement. Instead, she lived a quiet academic life in the city of Derby, where she taught art. She died in the same house where she had been born, and her funeral was held in Derby Cathedral. The nearest Adams came to direct contact with the surrealist movement was when, from time to time, she exhibited her paintings in London galleries, alongside those of Max Ernst, Max Ernst, Henry Moore, and Ellen Agar. All right, her choice to lead a quiet life in a provincial city, meant that she became one of the forgotten surrealists, rarely mentioned in books or articles. There was nothing remotely surrealist about her lifestyle, or her philosophy of life. She only became a surrealist when she was sitting in front of her easel. Adnams was first and foremost a teacher. From an early age, she expressed a desire to study art, but was diverted from this by her family, who persuaded her to attend college in nearby Nottingham to study modern language. Dutifully, she obtained her degree in 1919. My bad. I was about 1990. After graduating, she set off on art tours to Belgium, France, and Italy. The work she created during these 1920s trips was exhibited at the Derby Art Gallery. In the 1930s, she attended evening art classes in Derby, where her teacher and artist called Alfred Bladden aroused her interest in surrealist paintings. The two masters of surrealism who had the strongest influence on her work were Margrethe and Dali. So Salvador Dali and Margrethe. She probably in this book too. Let me look at the last name. So I'm sorry. She got an M. Man, probably the last first name. You know, I'm trying to goddamn. See if she in the book too. Magritte. No, like she in the book. Oh, here she go. Renee Magritte. She in page 130. It'll be a while for us to get to her. But Salvador Dali, we'll get to him by page 62. So if y'all keep watching, bro, y'all gonna see some real shit, man. Some real art shit, bro. Cause I'm an artist my damn self. You hear me? So I'm trying to introduce y'all to some new artists and shit like that, so y'all can get to, you know what I'm saying, get y'all feet wet out here in the world and shit like that, and get into my world. I mean, my life is art. But hold on, let me blow my nose real fast. Okay. She began to make meticulous landscapes in which familiar objects appeared in irrational relationships with one another. She would go out to explore the local countryside, often collecting natural objects as Paul Nash was doing, and bringing them back to her studio. There where she would start painting and entering what she called the enchanted country, her personal dream world. Asked about her themes, she replied that she had a special interest in death and resurrection, life coming out of death in varied and curious ways. Toward the end of the 1930s, Adnams began her teaching career not as a language teacher, but as an art mistress at a girls' school in Derby. She also started to devote more and more time to her surrealist paintings. She soon moved on to teach at a grammar school and eventually ended up as a head of the art at Derby Training College. A lifelong career as a dedicated art teacher in Middle England, well away from the surrealist activity in the capital. Adnams retired from teaching in 1960s at the age of 61 and was then able to devote more of her time to painting. She acquired a second home in Provence, and when painting there, she was strongly influenced by the French countryside. Tragically, in 1970, her sight failed. Her blindness was so severe that for the last 25 years of her life, from the ages of 71 to 1996, she could not see well enough to paint. There have been two retrospective exhibitions of her work in Nottingham in 1971 and at the Derby Museum and Art Gallery in 2017. Okay.